The Sig Sauer P320. The gun that shoots people. So, the 320 is a controversial gun to many. It's for a fairly good reason. It just kind of goes off. But if you ignore the proof provided that it does that, Sig says it's a perfectly safe gun, and it always has been. Now, if you actually look at the, evidence they provide as to why it's always been safe, there's not much besides their recently angry Instagram post. So yeah. If we get into some of the, you know, oh, it's caused by loose holsters, having poor retention on your holster that can let it jostle or let the trigger be manipulated. Well, here's my holster. Here's my P320. If I put this in here, you'll see, okay, well, any decent holster is not going to allow you to access the trigger while it's holstered. You have to draw it to get access to the trigger. And to get access to it, you have to, because this is me worming my finger in there, to get to here. And that's just so I can get my knuckle into the holster. I can get it a little sooner, but I also have skinny fingers. So this can depend on person to person. But even then, if you draw how you're supposed to, which is straight finger, it can't fall in until your holster clears this. Because I can force my finger down, and it's going to slap the trigger. But, ideally, there we go. It's not going to hit. I have to pull in a little bit to not hit the trigger guard. And there we go. Now, getting off of the holster, just the fact that it's supposedly drop safe is interesting, to say the least. Now, mine personally, I did test it. I did drop it a few times with just a primed case. Just pulled out the bullet, dumped out the powder. And I did not have mine go off. And I will probably insert some footage here about that, just to kind of show it. This is the part where I drop it. Now, I'm just going to have snap caps loaded up into it. And just to kind of show you, if you could see, you can see the metallic bit in there to show that the snap cap's in. We are in battery. It is perfectly good. And obviously, no safeties on this besides your booger hook. So we're just going to drop this on the cement as much as this is going to hurt. So, yeah. And just every time I pick it up, I'm going to pull the trigger. Just to show, like, okay, did it go off? Will it not? Okay, that was a solid hit. Definitely messed up the beaver tail a little bit. Let's see. It did not go. I'm gonna... There you go, there's the old snap cap on the ground. Here's this one. Oh, I don't want to drop it again because of that. That hurt. We're gonna drop it on the side. That also hurt. Make sure the mag is still seated, and let's go. Did not fire that time. There's the other snap cap on the ground. And this time, because I'm scarring up my gun, we're going to do one last drop right on the barrel. Oh, that was a solid one. And we look. Yeah, we definitely scuffed some stuff. But let's see. It did not go off. But to calm down the it's not drop safe people, SIG offered a voluntary trigger upgrade program. And what that voluntary program did was give you this lighter weight trigger. Because I guess what was happening was not an internal mechanical issue, like, it probably actually is. but a trigger weight issue. So when it would drop, because of the weight of the trigger, the force would carry down and it would be able to depress enough to actually go off. Which obviously, problem. So lightweight trigger definitely would help that issue. But at the same time, that has not seemingly fixed the issue. Because also there are just cases of people just bumping into stuff or each other and it going off. So this being a drop or jostle safe weapon, a little questionable. I probably would not be surprised if I just continuously dropped this and it did eventually go off. Do I know how quickly that would be? Hopefully at a point where something breaks and that's why, and not just a casual bang. But if we get past the obvious flaws of the gun, it does shoot really nice. Now, this is a P320 compact. So this is a 3.9-inch barrel, so it's a shorter barrel than the normal, which I believe is a 4.5 or a 4 3/4. And it comes out of the box with two 15-round mags. It comes with a nice little plastic case. No fitted like insert or foam. It's just kind of wedged in there. So, you know, hey, you get what you get, I guess. But that's about where the luxuries end, is the two mags, because this is not an optic cut slide. It's just got the, you know, white dots for the irons, and it's got a underbarrel rail, which I just have a little Olight PL Mini 2. Like, honestly, it is a really well-behaved gun. It shoots fairly flat. It does not have that big of a recoil impulse. The trigger is actually a fairly nice feel. And, like, overall, I'd be comfortable handing this to someone who hasn't shot 9mm before, just because it's a very well-behaved firearm. I would say it behaves better than my Ruger American, which it's not an American compact, it's just a normal full-size American. So comparison is not as direct as it could be, but it's as direct as I can get in terms of 9mm handguns that I own. Now, to get more into it, would I say this is a bad gun? No. Not really, no. If you're paying full price, there's definitely better values and definitely some slightly less risky options. But if you can get a deal on it, or you only really want it as a take it to the range type of gun, yeah, no, it's a great gun. Like, once again, it's really well behaved. It shoots really flat. The trigger pull is nice. It's a very smooth trigger pull. And especially once it's broken in, it is really, really smooth operating. Now, if you are sketched out by this, which I can't blame you, because I still am to a certain extent, even though I carry this, it is a nice gun. I would not pay full price for it. I probably wouldn't buy one, considering the hissy fit from Sig, but, whatever. But I do carry this every once in a while. I'm never not worried about it working. Like, it will always work. Everything has proven it is a little too eager to work. So, hey, there you go. You will never have to worry about it not functioning. Now, it is a nice shooting gun. If you can look past the flaws, you let Sig gaslight you into thinking that these never had an issue, and it's a perfect gun to carry, it's amazing. I would not carry anything else if it weren't for the, it might put me in the hospital. But if you aren't willing to potentially go to the hospital at least once, maybe something else. There are other options for 9mm handguns. There's no shortage of options for 9mm handguns. Uh, so yeah. That's about it for this video. This one's going to be one of the edited ones, so I'm hoping it wasn't too rambly for everyone. I definitely went a little off script, but a little's better than just no script, so I'm overall pretty happy with how this was. And we'll see just how happy I am with the edit. See if I put anything nice on screen right now, calling myself nice words and names. But yeah. Thank you all for watching. And yeah. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Just do whatever. And stay safe. Bye.